So it looks like you can finally use your Apple Watch without your iPhone. Kinda. We're gonna get into it. So yesterday was Apple's big kind of event where they talked about a lot of different things. They talked about their new iPads, their new iPad Air. They also talked a lot about their Apple Watch. Their Apple Watch Series 6 was debuted, and also the Apple Watch SE, a lower cost version of the Apple Watch itself. They also talked a lot about the different services that they're going to be offering. They offered some kind of fitness service that's a monthly charge that you can sign up for that goes hand in hand with the Apple Watch, and a lot of different enhancement that goes with the new Apple Watch system and Watch OS that's going to be updated very soon. One of the things they talked about that I think a lot of people are glossing over is their family setup option for the Apple Watch. And what this kind of does is give people without iPhones the ability to purchase Apple Watches. Now, it's not fully fleshed out the way a lot of people would want, but it really interests me because Apple really doesn't do anything without thinking about the next move. They introduced last year with their Watch OS update an independent app store for the Apple Watch, and I can assume that that was in preparation for this particular application. So my hopes is that this particular option is going to lead to hopefully one day an independent version of the Apple Watch that doesn't require an iPhone whatsoever. So let's get a little bit more into what this service is, what it isn't, what it does, and how people can actually take advantage of it. So kind of the full overall big picture explanation from Apple on what the service is the family setup lets you pair Apple Watches for your children and older family members to your iPhone. Each person can use their own phone number, and you can manage all the Apple Watches from that specific iPhone. So what it actually looks like is that if you don't have an iPhone, if you have like a child or a senior citizen or somebody that's older in your home that doesn't have an iPhone but would like the benefits of the health options and just the overall benefit of having an Apple Watch, you can actually just purchase an Apple Watch for them and pair it to your iPhone. They wouldn't need a specific iPhone to get the watch paired, and the watch would work kind of independently on its own, but this one phone would manage all the Apple Watches that are paired to it. One iPhone to rule them all. Now it's actually kind of pretty cool because some of the features and options that they would still have access to are a lot of the cool features and options that people like to use on their iPhones anyway. They have emergency SOS, they have Maps, Siri, Alarm, and that independent app store that I was talking about. And they were saying they can even also make and receive phone calls, FaceTime calls, they can send and receive messages, emails, they can even connect with other people using the Apple Watch walkie-talkie. Now, the reason why this isn't a full independent Apple Watch solution is that you still have to pair your watch to someone else's iPhone. So it would definitely work for a parent-child situation or an elderly parent situation as well, where they really don't care about the information that's being sent back from their Apple Watch to that particular iPhone, but somebody else may not want their locations being tracked or just their Apple Watch being controlled by another iPhone. So it's not an independent solution yet, but it does really play a good role for a parent to give an Apple Watch to a child and be able to receive the locations on where they are, for instance, or be able to send messages directly to that Apple Watch and not have to worry about purchasing an iPhone for that kid. Or if your older parent doesn't want an iPhone, you can still get them an Apple Watch and take advantage of the health benefits like the ECG or the health tracking or just overall fitness options that the Apple Watch offers without actually purchasing an iPhone. Another really cool feature that goes hand in hand with this is the Apple Cash family. And basically what that is a parent is able to send money to a child via Apple Pay or Apple Wallet directly to that Apple Watch. So you can make a deposit into that Apple Watch account, and then the child or elderly adult, if you want to give your parents money, can use the Apple Pay to make purchases via that watch. And any payments or any purchases get a notification is sent back to that main iPhone, and you're able to track and look at the purchases that are made with those Apple Watches. Again, an overarching control of all the Apple Watches that are synced to that iPhone, but they're still kind of operating independently. They even have a new school time feature, and what this basically is, it's just a downtime feature for the kids version of the Apple Watch, where you can set a do not disturb option, where basically, so they're in school, they're focusing on all their schoolwork. You don't have to worry about them playing around with applications or using applications or sending messages or making phone calls at that time. You basically kind of put a parental lock on the Apple Watch for that time being, but still can get emergency messages to the Apple Watch or emergency SOS messages out from that watch. So now the family setup option is going to be available on September 16th. It's a free software update. It does require the cellular models of the Apple Watch Series 4 or later, or the Apple Watch SE running watchOS 7 paired with an iPhone 6s or later running iOS 14. So you are going to need a data plan for the Apple Watches, because again, they're going to have their independent phone numbers paired directly to the watches itself. That's how you're going to be able to send messages, make phone calls, or do FaceTime calls. So you will have to check with your mobile provider to get that set up with the Apple Watch itself, if this is a function that you want to take advantage of. And like I said, overall, I think this is a really cool feature, and I look at it as, I probably won't take advantage of it, but I know a lot of people with children or elderly parents that would love to take advantage of this. But I also look at it as a forward step for Apple, looking probably into the future where they can independently create an Apple Watch that stands by itself without needing to be paired or set up directly with an iPhone in order for it to work. And even though the feature isn't 100% where we would like it to be, where it's just standalone by itself, this is a definite step in the right direction. And I think if this feature becomes popular and a lot of people use it, enjoy it, and Apple gets that feedback that people really don't need an iPhone to enjoy the Apple Watch and see it as an independent product, and we can probably look forward into the future of getting an Apple Watch where you can just go out and buy an Apple Watch and maybe still have an Android phone, or not necessarily need an iPhone, and a watch is just an independent piece of technology you're wearing and using all alone, because the Apple Watches are pretty good. But I would like to pass the question off to you guys. Do you think this is a feature that you guys would use, or do you think that this is a step in the direction of making the Apple Watch an independent piece of technology eventually? Not right around the corner, but hopefully eventually. Let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think of the feature, and let me know if you think Apple will eventually make that move to make the Apple Watch independent from the iPhone someday. Comment down below. And while you're down there, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button with that bell for notification. The bell's actually pretty important because it's the only way you guys are going to know when we release some cool, helpful content like this one. Until next time, guys, you can check out some of the reviews we did on the Google speaker, the Google Nest Mini speaker. You can check that out on the top there. And on the bottom is going to be something YouTube believes you'd enjoy watching. Guys, thanks so much again for checking out the video. And as always, make sure to stay safe out there. And until see you next time, peace out. One ring to rule them all.